we're going to show you how to do gentleman's hair for competition. Now the name of the game here is It Cannot Move. It should look natural, but it can't move. So we're going to do a couple layers. First thing is you can use hair gel. If you do use hair gel, I would recommend something really inexpensive, just over the counter, Walmart, Walgreens, wherever, Target. And this is something like, high number, max hold, sculpting, those kinds of things. So just some basic gel. But lately, I have actually been preferring mousse, because with mousse, I can move the hair around and style it before I freeze it down. So we're going to start with that and shake it out. Now, you need to notice how much I'm using. You see my hand in the camera? Okay. I'm going to use a very healthy amount. You don't want the hair to be wet, but I do want it covered. I'm going to use this all over all of the hair. Already you can tell it's getting shiny, but it still has some lift to it. This is why I prefer mousse over gel, just because you can still give it some volume and some height, and just kind of work all of that in. Now, we're going to want to part it. Gentlemen, whether you part right or left, just do what's natural to your hair flow. And we're just going to make like a nice solid part on the side. And I'm going to focus on taking the hair back. So it goes down and back. Okay, same thing on this side. I'm going to bring it across, give it some height, and then back. So everything has some movement to it. Go back. A lot of judges are a bit old-fashioned, and so if you can trim around your ears, have a nice clean cut across the back, they will be more impressed with it. So you may want a fresh haircut, or at least a trim right before a competition, just as a heads up. Okay, now that I've got it styled and looking pretty much how I want it to look, he always has a couple hairs that like to stick up and disobey, but that's where this next thing we're going to use becomes your best friend. This stuff is called Got to Be Glued Freeze Gel, and if you look very carefully at what's written on the bottom, spike cement finish. Once I'm done with this, that hair isn't going anywhere, and we're going to use it pretty generously. Hold your breath. Notice how already his hair looks shinier, a lot sleeker than it did before. I'm going to get that one piece to stay down. I'm going to hold it while it starts to dry. So you can already see the difference between the side that's got the freeze spray on it and this side isn't quite as shiny. We're going to finish it and fix that. Pretty generous. And again, push back. And there you have it. As soon as that dries, it's not going to move anywhere. But there he has some good competition hair.